Alright, episode 18. Welcome to the Modern Farmer. I'm your co-host Amir, and I'm with my brother,
Gaurav,
who is...
co-host, winemaker.
Yo, let's go. I'm Farmer Amir, and this is Winemaker
This is not
Gaurav.
water, it might be water.
Okay, episode 18. More than 18 weeks of us recording this. We're back again. When I start the podcast, I always think about what are we going to talk about. So I just wanted to share that part. So we don't ever come prepared with these podcasts in regards to what we're going to talk about. We know a couple of things. I know the framework that was worked in the past is talking about what we've done, what's going to happen in the future in the last week or so, because every single week is such a big change. And number two, we always have, recently we've been bringing wine onto the podcast, which has been awesome, because, we get to drink wine, try it out and share our experience with you guys. But then we also do an Instagram live with it, or a Facebook live with it, so which we will be doing that for this time as well. And so if you guys don't know about that, and you guys do listen to our podcast, first off, thank you very much for logging in and listening to our podcast, which is just an idea that we had. You can find all about those lives and about those wine reviews at Maan Farms Facebook or Maan Farms Instagram as well. And that's where we're sharing all that information. We actually do it live, so which is pretty cool.
Maan Farms Estate Winery handle as well.
Maan Farms Country Experience Estate Winery.
No, it's Maan Farms Estate Winery. That's the handle on Instagram.
Oh, and Instagram, yes. Don't forget about the Maan Farms Estate Winery handle for Instagram. Maan Farms handle the original. And then
There's
we also have
Goat Yoga Fraser Valley.
Yeah, we have Goat Yoga Fraser Valley. We have the Alps Sunflower Festival. I think I have a haunted one created. I got my man created as well on the back. So it's all just, a big change and revolution. So all these different handles in regards to social media, do you see why we do these things or no?
Yeah, roughly.
My specific reasoning of creating new handles, I guess there's two.
Boundaries?
No, not boundaries. The number one main reason, what you're saying boundaries because it allows people to focus on.
It gives people freedom to do what they want with their own channel.
Yes.
And see where it goes.
So people meaning the family, and because we have sometimes a little bit of feud over who does the marketing, etc. Yeah. But what I'm trying to get across in regards to why I create those different channels is because it separates demographics and cohorts. So people who are really interested in a Sunflower Festival are people who, from my experience, have influencer accounts, are interested in going to outdoor venues, are very summer oriented in regards to their following. So the pictures are very bright and vibrant and alive. Are female, so that's a very basic generality that we've seen across the board. They don't generally have kids; they're actually younger. They're about, I'd say, even as young as, I'd say the main demo there is about 21, to be honest, 21, 22, 23. And then people who are interested in wine, because there's quite a bit of people who are interested in wine, they do react to those posts. But one of the giveaways that we've done on that page that's blown up, bigger than any giveaway that I've done, is we partnered with Delano, when Delano Glove Photography. So we did a giveaway in regards to giving away a photo shoot, and we gave away some tickets, and that blew up way bigger than any other giveaway that I've done. And I guess that also gives reasoning to the type of demographic that's actually on that account. It's because they're interested in, the iconic Instagram photo. So that's it really separates cohorts. And so that's the same thing with the Estate Winery. Same thing with Maan Farms. And the same thing with Goat Yoga. Goat Yoga Instagram is so specific because people who are interested in following Goat Yoga are people who are like, this is nuts, but I love it so much. And they talk about it, they interact with all the questions. And a lot of our ticket sales come right from that Instagram itself. So it's been really beneficial. I think the haunted one is another one that we are going to be creating, and because that's really going to focus on a haunted demographic. As you know, people who come from Maan Farms are not generally people who come to haunted unless they leave the kids at home and then they're coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a little bit of overlap, but not very much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's mostly younger people.
You know what people aren't doing in regards to marketing locally in the Fraser Valley? They're not creating a campaign that speaks to different types of cohorts within our local community. What they're generally doing is creating a campaign, say, to sell water, right? And this bottle of water, everybody drinks it, A to Z. But if you do a Facebook ad that is generalized from the ages of 18 to 65, all those people within that, the 18-year-old thinks completely different than a 65-year-old thinks. And doing a Facebook ad that speaks to that general broad demographic is horrible. The relevance score is so low, it does not get the cost per click that it would if you were to create an ad specifically for 18 to 21 or 30 to 45 or 30 to 35. Because when you're 30 to 35, you think completely different than when you were 18 to 21. 18 to 21 people are trying to get maybe just a cheap bottle of water, or Fuji is like a hype water that celebrities drink, so maybe people will be interested in that because they're following a Supreme or more influencer accounts. But when you're 35 to 40, maybe you're more interested in getting something which is more value packed for your family, so you can purchase a larger case because you might have kids which are 5, 6, 7 that are in sports. Do you know what I mean? It's completely different. So if you create an ad for the 30 to 35, which is of like a mom at a soccer game with her water next to it in a larger bulk pricing, opposed to if you create an ad for someone who's 18 to 21, that's going to completely speak differently for each one of those demographics. Does that
You
make
know
sense?
which brand I think that does it really well?
Who?
Nike.
Yeah, why is that?
Nike does that really well. A lot of these other companies are doing it really well because like when they have these commercials, they do celebrity commercials obviously.
Yeah.
But Nike goes all over the place. Like they do multiple different sports, and they go multiple different demographics, and they do a really good job of targeting everybody. So I think
They actually do. Their campaigns, you can see people
they're
who which are
massive.
older,
Yeah.
which are younger. And when you see yourself in a campaign, you relate to it so much better.
You see multiple people in that same commercial in 30 seconds.
That's so true.
Yeah, that's what you see. And you see them active, you see them running, you see them drinking, whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
So their ploy in targeting different audiences within one advertisement is really good, is what you're saying.
Yeah, 100%. They know what their target market is.
Nike brand is massive.
It's
It's just as, I think it's just as big as Disney or some of these bigger
Yeah.
brands which are really established in a household name.
But I think
freaking massive.
It's hitting maturity though. That's the
I don't think so.
Oh, it's hitting maturity. There's a lot of different athletes that are going towards other brands now, which you never saw before.
Such as
There's like Kawhi Leonard. He's going with New Balance now, right? Right. So that would be like he's like the best NBA player. He's going with the company, not Nike. The one thing I remember now is that with New Balance, they had a billboard up in California where Golden State plays, and they had the teams that they played and X them off. They played Orlando, right? And they played the Bucks, and they played the Sixers, right? Like there was a billboard with Kawhi Leonard on it, with the Toronto Raptors, and they had all these 3 teams X'd out, and then right on the highway in California where the other team plays, it was the other team's logo. Like that was a savage ad right there.
that's crazy.
That was good marketing. Anyways, I think Nike is coming to maturity.
That's nice.
Yeah, because like there's Steph Curry. He plays with Adidas. Who's he with? He's not with Nike. I know that for sure.
He's with someone else.
He's with someone else. Yeah. So, but
That's crazy.
Nike's massive though. Yeah, I just on a little basketball rant there.
I think, but I heard or I saw an article or I read somewhere that Adidas is the only brand in the sneaker business that has actually grown in revenue because of its celebrity influence, and that specifically had to do with Kanye and his Yeezys brand. And that may just because, you know, what it is. But Nike is just as massive. They have,
Nike's huge.
They're massive sneakers.
They're huge.
They're like, you know, they have crazy shoes.
Yeah, they're huge.
So
Yeah.
they're just as influential. But
Yeah.
yeah, I know, I agree. But
It's
you said
almost-
California. So I like California.
I like California too.
But when do you think that our current market is saturated for what we do in any way, shape, or form?
I don't know if it's saturated, but I feel like it's getting to it's getting to maturity.
It's getting stagnated, right?
It's getting to maturity because like there's only so much people here.
Yeah, but since when things are getting to maturity, there's a couple of things that you have to do, right? Either is that you have to find new channels, or number 2, you have to innovate the market to where you're creating a new product
Yeah,
or service
100%,
offering,
100%.
which is differentiated enough to where consumers are interested in purchasing it.
Yeah.
It has half points of parity than everything else that's out there that's being serviced right now.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a couple of things that I know that we're currently doing with that, and that's like, you know, the wine, the fruit wine, it definitely is completely different than a local winery that's locally here. And just talking about the wine specifically, I don't think there's any place that does a wine tasting experience to the levels that I've seen it in California, locally within our community. And I think that also the number 2 second reason is why is that not happening, and I think that has to do with our jurisdictions and our politics when we're applying for different licenses and applications through our municipalities, locally, so municipal, but also on a federal scale, so provincial scale, which would be our ALR, ALC. they're making it very difficult and a lengthy process for farmers or for local wineries and businesses to innovate that side of things. And that may just be like, hey man, why are you sitting here and blaming the local environment of the way it is? Because like, you know, you're just like, okay, go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right?
I think there's still a couple things you can do though. I think the biggest impact that you could do is pretty much, it's a needle in a haystack, but you could just make a really, really big impact once. And everybody gets hyped and they get hyped on that train for the rest of the product's life cycle.
What do you explain? Or explain that?
Like, say the Haunted Corn Maze, right?
Yeah.
It had like one night where like 10 celebrities showed up.
Well, we organized that, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then now everybody
local celebrities. Let's not.
let's just say,
didn't show up.
Let's just say now everybody knows about it.
Yeah.
Regardless of the, like, say the experience is not going to be a 10 out of 10, but if the experience is still a 7 out of 10, the people are going to walk away like they had a 10 out of 10 experience.
Yeah.
Right? So if you can't provide that 10 out of 10 experience, maybe you can provide that 11 out of 10 experience once, and everybody who wants a 10 out of 10 experience comes to your place, they get a 7 out of 10 experience, and they still walk away feeling like they had a crazy good experience.
I don't think that's the way it works, though.
It could, though.
But
that's one-offs.
I think that's really easy to say, but the thing that where I see in the practical side of things is this. If you're talking about Haunted Corn Maze and relating to wine, right?
Yeah. I'm talking about tasting them. Like, if you're thinking about tasting them.
Okay, yes, agree.
You could hype it up, be like, this is what this looks like, that's what this looks like. And then, if people come here, they can't be disappointed that they don't see that.
But I don't agree that people are going to come here and leave happy after they've come here expecting something else and got something different.
Oh, that's what I'm saying, though.
So I don't agree with it. But you're saying that people will leave after a 7 out of 10 experience when they've seen an 11 or 10 out of 10 experience? And still leave happy? I don't think they will. I think that they'll leave disappointed. What you need to do, Tesla, they never spent any money on RMD. Sorry, never spent any money on advertising or marketing. They spent all their money into RMD and making and manufacturing to make sure their product was 11 out of 10. So every single time you sat inside of it, you went and spoke and told someone else about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why they are who they are, because the quality speaks for itself and the word of mouth travels. I saw a clip that Jason put together. It was about how we talked about word of mouth and Sally was a reference. I still think the word of mouth is unbeatable. So
100% it's unbeatable.
So, but how do you think? I don't think that you'd be able to do that. I think that the best way to go about that and why that worked for the Haunted Corn Maze is because when people came and influencers came, yeah, sure, you provided them a Haunted Corn Maze, you gave them lunch, you treated them a little more VIP, but when they still walked through the Haunted Corn Maze, the experience was just as good as it would have been if the 1,000 person or 2,000 person walks through. So I think that you have to be so good in operating that every single person that walks through the door has to have that exact same experience as the 1 millionth person to the first person that ever walks in. Do you know what I mean? The problem with scalability is that you have issues in regards to scaling the quality along all the different supply chains. Because, like, will the employee talk to the person the right way? Will that bottle of wine that you've printed the label for after a different manufacturing because the cost of goods sold is cheaper with that manufacturer just be as nice? Will the wine bottle be cold because the refrigeration unit has worked well for that 1,000 person? You have to stay on top of every single thing. And if you're not...
What I'm trying to say is, how do you get that customer to come to your place, experience your place, and have a better experience than going to another place and having that same experience but not feeling the same way? Like, if you're saying the market is saturated...
I don't think... I was asking you a question. I don't know if it is or isn't.
I don't know if it is or isn't. I think... I don't know. It's getting there. I think it's still early to know. There's different ways that you can get around that. It's like you get more goods in people's baskets. Like, you get more from the customers that you have, right? Or you sell different things at a lower price and get them to buy more, right? Or you create something totally different and get them to buy that. We got wine club members. We have 5 wine club members now.
That's so good.
So that's like, we have 3 club 12s. So if anybody wants to sign up for a wine club, welcome to. We'll have that set up.
If you're listening to this podcast and you sign up for the wine club membership, I will personally give you 25% off. out of my pocket.
51.49.
25% off just because I want to know that you actually listen to this podcast. I will offer the same serving to the freaking the same offering to our Facebook audience too when we go live. 100%.
Danzies.
Right?
Danzies.
Serious.
Danzies.
Serious. That's so
Let's
good.
get that market penetration in here.
No, I couldn't agree more. You know what's bothering me? I came in today, right? And I wanted to know. Relax, dude. I came in today. This guy's biting the gold medal he has around his chest. It says gold on it too, like he went for the Olympics. Guys, went to the gym the first time in 3 years yesterday.
It's 2 days ago. I'm really sore.
Okay, so I walked in the office this morning and I wanted to know how much money we made from our strawberries revenue or wholesale because she is so far behind. Holy shit, that's so annoying. How are you supposed to operate a business if you can't do that?
Yeah, it's really frustrating. It's lack of organization. It's lack of organization, and I feel like we didn't forecast it to the point that we were gonna grow. Like we're like, oh, we'll do this like this year, we'll do that year. Now it's like 10 more things are happening, and it's not getting done. Yeah.
So what do you think that somebody who has $1 million business should do in that circumstance when their job's not getting done by an employee? Talk to the employee, right?
Talk to the employees, see where it's at. It's communication. You have to be on the same page.
No, but I know what the problem is. 100%.
What is it?
She sits there and does her job, but she knows the business better than anybody else that's inside the office.
Yeah.
I talked to her I've already wasted 45 minutes of her entire day. And she only has 24 hours a week. One of those hours is gone. Gone.
Yeah. I put an ad out for administration person / bookkeeper. No response yet. So sad. I put out 5 other ads. I'm getting a response for those.
Are you getting a response for those? I mean, that ad might not have gone live. Did you check it?
No, I did. I'll double check.
Let's double check. It might not have gone live because sometimes that happens.
Really?
Or the link might be messed up, or email link might be not be correct.
I'll look right now.
But from that perspective, I see doing her job to the best of her abilities, but the organization of environment is not conducive of her getting her job done.
Yeah, I think she's a good employee.
She's helped getting the wage point together. She helped with administration A to Z.
Yeah.
I don't think that should be a bookkeeper, to be honest.
Yeah.
I still thought I told everybody this last year in wintertime. Remember? Everyone was like, what should we do with in regards to where she is? How many hours should we give her? What should we do with the office? I told everybody that should be more focused in regards to helping the business grow from the management side of things and less focused on the bookkeeping.
Mm-hmm.
Now what?
Now what?
Yeah. We're in the freaking thick of things in August 22nd. Don't know where our sales are for our strawberries. She couldn't get my sales ready for the weddings. She said the wine is all up to date because I guess it's just it just goes in right away, type of thing.
It's because it has to be reported. Like there's someone keeping her accountable for that. That's why it has to be done right away.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But I get to see the numbers, which is nice for me. But yeah, it sucks. You don't have on-demand information. Like we know POS information, but that's it. And that's like not even 50% of business anymore.
So what I'm thinking is this: practically speaking, I can sit down, see exactly how she does the process, and after I know how she does the process, I can help her cut out the tedious parts of it. Do you know what I mean? Not by me actually doing it, but me hiring someone who can do that part of that process for her.
I agree.
Because she doesn't have the ability to hire anybody because Maan Farms has not garnered her or in that area where I think that we should have, right, in hindsight. But she does not feel like she has that ability to hire and help her someone to do her job.
Yeah.
So because of that, she needs someone else's help to help her.
Yeah, a lot of things could have been improved and avoided if we had that on-demand information right away. And like,
Of the sales?
Of the sales,
Of course.
revenue, profit, loss. If we had it up to date and we had regularly meetings just on the numbers, a lot of big improvements could have been made.
Shit, can you
We
imagine?
don't have that.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, we don't have that. We sat down and talked about that. I feel like it was like, when would we talk about it? It was like February, March.
I don't know.
And we talked to him about QuickBooks. QuickBooks is set up now. And then we talked about. Then Gurleen and Mom talked to him about setting up, him doing all the financial stuff and inputting everything. So we're supposed to pay him to do that. I don't know if that's happened yet.
But are they even gonna pay him to do it?
I'm not sure. Yeah, last time I discussed, they said they were. I'm just over here trying to be a wine person. Oh shit!
That's so interesting.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, I wish my office was like farther away from this place.
So less chaotic.
No, I guess.
What did you work on Drew with today?
With Drew today?
Yeah.
We had an event today.
Yeah.
And we had a summer solstice at summer. I guess it's called summer social or summer solstice. I can't remember. What was that Nature's Pickings? Pickens. I was just there. They have a garden in the back, a tent set up, and they were doing sampling there. That's how we ended the day. We started the day. Yesterday he went to Langley and dropped off a bunch of invitations to the Sunflower Festival. He talked to the restaurants, etc. Getting them here. So hopefully some people show up. Moxie's was here the other day.
Here?
They came here and they said they're coming here with their whole staff, like assistant manager and stuff.
What for?
Just to see like a tour and see the Sunflower Festival.
Shut the hell
So I
up.
think Drew went out there and talked to them.
Oh, no way.
So they came in and did that. So it's one conversion out of who knows how many, but it's still one conversion.
What's the whole trajectory there? What's the target?
Oh, we're trying to get into more restaurants. So we're trying to learn more about the industry, get them here,
Yeah.
and see what they think about our wine. So we're going there. We're talking to the manager, giving them invitations, telling them that we want our wine in their place, and then we want them to come here and try the wine and have an experience.
I understand. So from your first perspective, what you're trying to do is you're getting our wine into restaurants.
Yes, that's
right?
what we're trying to do.
We've also briefly spoke about right now. We spoke about in the past being on Shopify. Right. I think the best way to get us on Shopify is to hire someone to do it.
I agree 100%. Yeah, there shouldn't be anybody else. None of us been doing because it's a waste of time, energy. You can spend that hiring someone that would do like this.
Yeah. You need to figure out. This. I already know exactly what you need to do. Sit down today. Even it'll take you 2 minutes. Right. Find a website that sells wine via Shopify.
How do you know they use that as their engine? Versus a different company.
When you open up Instagram, right, and you can click on a post and it says there's tagged product in it.
Yes.
Shopify allows us to do that.
Okay, but what if I go to a website and they sell wine? How do I know if that's Shopify or not?
No, that's not what I asked.
No?
I said when you open up Instagram, not the website.
Open up Instagram.
Yeah, when you open up Instagram.
Yeah.
And you see that there's a tagged product in it.
Yes.
That's someone who does Shopify.
Okay.
Okay. So essentially, figure out what medium can allow you to tag products within Instagram and Facebook. Shopify is the main one. I think it is. I don't think WooCommerce allows you to do it.
I have no idea.
Because that's the main reason why I'm saying Shopify should do that. Start there. Figure out which one it is. Find a couple of websites you feel like they're doing a really good job on it. If it's not wine, you can find someone who does it locally for any other products, right? Go to the website itself. At the bottom, when you see like sometimes a fine print, usually it'll say Shopify. And if that website says Shopify, you can see exactly how the website is constructed. On the back end, it's also on the front end. But then all you need to do is copy that link, put it in an email, send it to me, and send it to Drove, and then we can sit down and talk about it. I think that's a good step. Saying this is what you want the website to look like.
Yeah.
Have a target that you want to aim towards, and then we can figure out what we need to do in order to actually aim towards it. All we're trying to say is right now that we want to get our wine online, and Shopify is the thing that we want to do. But technically, is that actually what we want to do? Maybe what we want to do is completely different. Alright guys, welcome to episode 18 of our Maan Farmer podcast.
No, bring the medal winner over here.
So this is episode 18. I'm your co-host Farmer Mir along with winemaker Gaurav. We got a few different types of wine here, guys. You know what we do here. It's just another excuse for us to drink, to be honest. No, I'm just kidding. So we got, I picked the wine out this time. Last time Gaurav picked it out. And what did you have last time? What was it again? It was one with Robert Mondavi.
Robert Mondavi. Other one was freaking called,
I can't remember. But it was...
it was a Petit Verdot.
Yes, it
2015 was. Vintage.
$28.
2015 vintage, $28.
$28. Insane.
Yes.
Insane.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the way better than Robert Mondavi though.
So we got 30 wines here. We also told you guys that last week we were actually going to try our raspberry dessert wine. Strawberry dessert, my bad. Strawberry dessert wine. And we've got it here, so we're going to give that a try. We've got a Cedar Creek 2018 Pinot Gris, okay, and then we've got a 2015 Meritage Cedar Creek as well. Reason why I chose Cedar Creek, Gaurav, is because I actually worked there for a month. Do you know about that?
Yeah, where you broke your leg.
That's where I broke my leg. I just got my pedal out. Part of the part of the University of Fraser Valley BBA and coaching management, I actually had to go work at a winery, or actually I had to go to a practicum, and I chose a winery in Kelowna, and that was called Cedar Creek. I reached out to the winemaker Terry Tracknell saying, hey, listen, you want free labor for a month? Me and my friend Kovier went and did it, and it was actually a really cool experience because we learned to tie grapes, prune grapes. We actually packaged wine in a $500,000 packaging facility, packaging meaning bottling wine, and that was pretty interesting. And so I have a lot of good memories from that. And we actually, the owner of it was not the prime minister, but some sort of political, pretty high up.
Politicians on
It was a politician, exactly. And then he needed help moving some stuff inside of his $8 million house, which was on the water. So we got to go inside that, and there was a car inside the middle of the middle of the living room. It was unreal, like really rich.
Shit.
So this is the wine that we have here, and we're gonna give that a try. And so, guys, if you guys have any questions about the wine, please tell us right now. And
what's on there right now?
What is it? So
comments.
Someone says drop them comments. That's Jason.
That's me.
We got Sandeep saying let's go to Vegas.
I'm down. I'm down. Double your money. Let's go double your money.
Look, what is he saying now? Is this Area 51? What's on the wall? 5149. That's the mentality you have to have as an entrepreneur in regards to when you're operating a business. You have to provide more value for the customer than you're actually taking back.
If you need a haircut, go to
what's it called? Grace Beauty Salon.
Greatest beauty salon in Seattle. Renton?
Yes.
Renton?
In Renton. Oh, no, not Renton. Kent.
Kent.
I can't remember the name of it.
Kent. There
Okay.
you go.
Okay, let's crack this wine open.
So we're gonna try this one last, alright?
Because it's the sweetest?
Yes.
How do you know how to try which wines?
You should try the white one first,
Why do you say that?
because it's lighter.
Okay.
And try the red one, and then you should go lightest to darkest, or lightest to heaviest, lightest to darkest, or you go driest to sweetest.
When you mean by lightest, you're not talking about actual weight. You're talking about less impactful,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So less impactful to more impactful.
Lightest, it can also be color too,
Oh, that's true.
right?
I agree with that.
Right?
Okay, let's crack this open. So, you want me to tell you a little bit about the label here?
Sure.
So 2018.
Why?
Right?
You picked this winery because this is the one you went to and you worked here.
That's exactly right. It just has brand in my perspective.
Did you know it was at the liquor store, or did you found
No,
it?
I asked for it.
You asked for
I
it.
asked for it because I always remember CDP.
How much were these bottles?
Both of them totaled out to $51. This one was on sale for 17 something.
Yeah.
This one was 29, I think, 28.
Yeah.
So this was a little bit more expensive.
Yeah.
Because this is 2015.
Yeah, it's
Right?
also a Meritage.
So our Pinot Gris is a real fusion style of wine. Trendy, we know. Fruit harvested from our southern Okanagan vineyards bring rich, ripe, tropical fruit generosity. From our home block vineyard on the slopes of Okanagan Lake, our Pinot Gris expresses a cooler climate with green apple aromas, vibrant acidity. This 50-50 north-south blend is a purposeful built expression of two distinct climates, fused together as one. On that, you have our word. Cool.
Nice.
Simple label, not too complicated.
Which section of the store was it? Do you remember?
This was actually, it's cold, so it was inside the cooler.
Yeah.
This one was right in the middle. Right in the middle, right when you walked in, because it's a high priced item. And it said BCV QA, so it was in there. So,
Nice. Okay, that's a nice sound.
good seal opener. We got Sydney. Hi, Sydney. Hi, Pooji. Hi, Jody.
Hey, Pooji. Happy birthday to Rajan.
21st.
Yesterday was Rajan's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's give this thing a pour. Alright, it's a general taster right there. You never give. How much do you give when you pour a
Can you
taster?
do me a
people?
favor?
Yeah.
Hold it by the stem.
How much do you pour when you give a taster?
A
I
little
can
bit
hold it by
less.
the stem. Why do you want me to hold it by the stem?
Because it's a white wine, you don't want to warm it up with your hand.
Okay, facts. Facts. So you want to smell this thing without spinning it?
Very, very appley.
Very big time.
Appley.
And it's got some acidity for the smell to it too. Right.
It
off
smells
the
like
bat.
an apple Jolly Rancher.
I would say sour apple.
Yeah, sour apple.
apple,
Sour
big time.
apple.
Okay, let's give it a vigorous spin, as vigorous as you can without spilling it. Keep going, keep going. Okay. Now let's give it another spell. Change it all? Not as
I
sharp,
feel like it's a little more woody.
right?
It more smells more like a car freshener now. Like if that first smell was like more
Dude,
intense.
I think white wine smells like wet socks, dude. Always. It just
Doesn't
smells.
smell like wet
It
socks.
smells like something damp. Don't you think?
I guess.
A little bit, right? Like if you came out of the rain and you took your shirt off and you went back and smelled it after 2 minutes. It just smells like something that's just been rained on. Okay. Anyways, let's hope it tastes better than it actually smells.
And it smells like it tastes burnt.
Oh, yo, that makes sense. Something darker, right? 100%.
Yeah.
Like a charcoal smell, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cheers.
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 Okay. Cheers, guys. If you're tasting at home.
There you go. That's official.
I went for the full mouth swirl. That just to coat the palate. I'm not sure I'm really gonna comment on my first taste. And I'm gonna go on for the second right now. Wow, it just stays on for such a long time. Wow, I really like this wine. Did you go for a second sip?
I did.
Did you see how subtle it was compared to your first?
100%.
Wow, did you see that?
Good.
Easy drinking, man.
That's really good wine.
Really good, easy drinking, solid. It has a really strong finish. Like it's.
How much alcohol? Feels like 13.
You're lying. You actually said 13?
Yeah.
How much do you think it is?
12.
13.4. Damn. Why do you think it was 13% alcohol?
I don't know. It's a little bit stronger, but
Yeah.
not super strong. But it's sweet at the same time.
Shit.
I don't know. It just tastes like that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Third sip?
It's pretty good. I like it. What would you eat with this? I feel like fish? No. I feel like stir fry.
I feel like something with cream cheese. Cheesecake, cream cheese,
Chicken.
chicken, yes.
I like chicken.
But like marmalade chicken. Like not spicy chicken.
Like the chicken.
Barbecue chicken.
True.
100%.
Chicken parmesan.
KFC
lasagna.
chicken? I bet you taste really good with it.
KFC.
Lasagna.
KFC, Mary Brown's?
Something fried.
Yeah. Don't you think? Because it has this thirst quenching. Like it really
I
really-
agree. Sweet and salty always go
Yes,
together.
100%.
I like it.
This is great wine, man.
I like it.
Damn. Let's move on to the next one. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, why did you say that the wine is shaped like this, opposed to that?
I was talking about the bottom here.
No, sorry, but I think you've also told me that the bottle is shaped in a certain way for white wine opposed to red wine, or does it not really matter? Or is it just distinctive? I know that it has a color to
It's
it.
distinctive. Like if you look like this, if you look at this bottle, the white wine bottle, and there was a red one in there,
You would not know.
you'd be like, this is something wrong.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a brand.
Yeah, I think it's just what people think,
Yeah.
right?
It's consumer perception.
Yeah.
But I know that it is tainted glass opposed to clear glass to prevent from UV
100% it
penetration,
is.
right?
100% it is. Yeah.
I don't know what the actual chemistry behind that is. Okay, so now we're opening up to the next one, and this is 2015 opposed to 2018 that we just drank. This says,
I want the bigger glasses.
"Our wine is our word. The backbone of this wine is grown in our Heinous Creek vineyard in Osoyoos. The hotter than hot location and sandy soil provide a ripe richness and distinctive purity of fruit." Okay. Just to give you guys a perspective from the agriculture side of things, when you have a really hot growing climate, it means a couple of things. One, it can be difficult to grow there if you don't have the right soil that has a good drainage or has good ability to provide water to it. Number two, which is the more important side of things, it can be really, really, really good wine because the grapes can be very sweet and there's not that much rain, so there's less fungus growth or botrytis or powdery mildew. So that means that your wine can stay, or your grapes can stay on your fruit or your plant for much longer, and it doesn't need to be picked as soon, allowing those grapes to mature, the Brix content to go higher, the sugar content to go higher, and the wine to taste better. This may be why this bottle is almost $30. Okay.
Makes sense.
To its Malbec, this South Okanagan Terroir.
It means like the place where it's from.
Whoa. Okay. Terroir is
I don't know how to say it.
is
but
more evocative
Terroir.
of Mendoza than its traditional home in Bordeaux, and the wine's inky color and silky mouthfeel speak to this link. That's a strong sentence.
Very,
Through its-
very, very, very imagery.
I liked it a lot. When
imagery.
they used inky, I was like, whoa,
I just pictured ink.
in my mouth. through its Cabernet Franc, the vineyard expresses very fine structure and bright red fruit flavor. The 2015 Meritage is a striking wine defined by meeting of opposites upon shared ground. On that, you have our word. Whoa.
That's pretty cool.
Brandon, you have our word. Okay, crack it open.
Let's do it.
You got a new glass here?
Meritage. So this is a blend of Malbec and Cabernet Franc.
That's what a Meritage is?
No, but isn't that what it said in the back?
Shit, I don't know.
You just read through the whole thing.
I didn't say that. Through its Cabernet Franc, the vineyard expresses very fine structure. And
Didn't
bright
you
red
say it's
fruit
like
flavors.
it's like Malbec, but it's like you think
Yeah,
it's
Malbec is
from
better than Mendoza, and it has Cabernet Franc in it. Yeah,
Okay.
is that what a Meritage is?
Meritage is usually a blend of something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
How much percent of alcohol is this?
I have to drink it first. How do you mean?
Let's test me.
Can I have the other glass?
I
want
gave-
the
dude,
bigger,
right
I want
there.
Bigger glass.
Why?
I want the bigger glass. It's the red wine. I want the red wine in the big glass.
I want a big glass too.
Important.
Cheers.
That's a lot of wine right there.
Is it?
It's a bigger glass, dude. That's enough. That's enough.
Let me pour you a little more.
Don't do this.
I'll pour myself some more, dude.
Shit.
Okay, color. First
Yeah.
off, I love reds. Everybody knows that.
I like red wine too.
This is when they say inky, they were lying. This is one of the darkest reds
It's
I've
really
ever
dark.
seen.
It's really dark. Yeah.
You can't see any color,
It's
dude.
like going to like a dark room.
This
that's what you
is
see.
really dark.
That's what you see going to a dark room.
Jeez. Dark room, pitch black, Haunted 2019. See you there.
It smells like the color purple. Like you know, you have like a purple purple Sharpie,
Okay, gotcha.
and it has like that purple smell.
Gotcha.
You know grape fruit drink? Grape soda?
Yep.
That's not
That's what I'm trying to say too. Yeah.
Purple.
I definitely smell grape soda. The fuzziness to it, the soda.
Yeah. A little bit.
I
of
like
white
it.
What that means is that I feel like it's gonna be. It smells buttery. It smells smooth. I just feel like this wine's gonna be buttery. Maybe I just got high hopes for it. Doesn't it smell smooth? Velvety, right?
Yeah. It smells fruity. It smells like dark fruit, like maybe cherry.
Yeah, it smells like cherry Black Forest cake.
Oh,
Right?
damn.
That's exactly what it smells like.
And when you swirl it, you get more nose. 100% you get more nose.
Oh, definitely. Okay, cheers.
Well, it
Cheers.
smells good now.
Cheers.
You
Cheers.
swirl
Everyone's
it.
drinking wine at home.
This is a good wine. I already know.
Getting pepper on my back of my palate. Do have some sweetness afterwards. It's definitely not a $40, $45 bottle of wine. I think this price is a little higher than it should be. I think it should have been closer to a $17 or $18 bottle of wine.
Nothing over the top.
Nothing.
But
Nothing.
nothing over the
Nothing.
top.
I like it. It needs the right food. I feel like if it had the right food, it'd be amazing.
That can do a lot for it too. Right?
Yeah.
100%.
I feel like this would be good with steak.
Oh yeah.
With buttery steak, perfect. I just like the finish. Like I like the finish, like that little like leathery. Like I love that wine.
I think someone fell in love with this wine as they're producing it, and they had too many high hopes for it. Just like I just talked about it, but it's definitely not there.
I think-
To be completely blunt, it's not worth this price.
it's not a repeat buy.
No, it's definitely not
Yeah.
worth this price. I would never
Yeah.
pay $28 for this wine ever again.
Yeah.
I'd pay 15, 14, 15, 16 bucks. But that maybe that's not in the production cost.
Yeah.
From Cedar Creek, it's not a massive winery.
Okay, I think it's 14% alcohol, like high 13. What is it?
Why do you say that?
I don't know. I just feel like I get the heat on the finish.
It's 14.5.
I knew it.
That's messed up. That's messed up. That's messed up.
No, you taste the heat. I taste the heat. Like you taste the alcohol a little bit. It's pretty good though. I feel a little bit of buzz.
I don't enjoy it.
It's not bad.
I'd much rather drink that white over this. That white was way cheaper.
Bottoms up.
Guys, this is one of the best wines I've drank in a long time. And it's a 2018. Awesome price. $16, $17 price. I got it from the Wacom liquor store, the one that's over up by Ceylon Foods. Is that Wacom?
We love them. They're great for us.
Is that Wacom?
Ceylon Foods?
Yeah.
That's not welcome.
Which one is that?
That's Sumas Mountain.
Sumas Mountain. I got it from there. They had it for I think $17.89 is what it was priced at.
Yeah.
It's definitely a $23, $24, $25 white wine. Don't you think? Or do you think it's priced right
I
where
feel
it
like
should
it was
be?
$25. You wouldn't like it as much.
So you think it's priced right where it should be?
I
It's a
think
great value buy.
Good value buy.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So it should I'm not even side of it. Just kicked it out of the way.
He kicked it out of the way.
Okay, so it should be priced exactly where it is. However, the value that provides you as a drinker, I think it's closer to $23, $24. Definitely. All right.
I like it.
Good job.
As like a wine person, like person who makes wine and labels wine, I hate that the label is wrinkled like that. It really pisses
That's
me
because it was inside the refrigerator.
off. Oh, they shouldn't do that.
Cheap label, right?
I don't know if it's a cheap label, but it just pisses me off. If I looked at that and it was in the winery, I'm like, I can't sell this. If it goes to the customer on the shelf, why would they buy that over a different wine now?
Oh yeah.
Right?
Okay,
That's what I was thinking.
let's open up the
Dessert wine?
corkscrew. Did we tell them about the Vegas corkscrew story?
I think no. I don't know.
Did you tell it? Did I tell you
It
about
plays
it?
in my mind every once in a while.
So we went to a souvenir shop, right? Because you know you gotta buy some souvenirs whenever you go travel, just for your family and
Yeah.
friends. This guy.
I bought a few.
We went there the day before we went back home. Okay. Day of actually, because the flight was in the 5 o'clock. We walked to TSA Customs, and they pull his bag to the side, and this guy's making a funny face already. I'm like, what's going on, right? I have no clue what the hell. He put
This
in
is
his bag.
bullshit.
I'm like, what the hell did he put in his freaking bag? Like, who knows?
I
right?
have nothing in there.
Right? He's making a funny face.
hiding
He's got his
nothing.
hand on his backpack, like looking like this. And I'm like, what the heck, right? And I met some random guys. So I was talking to him. I didn't think much about it. And then I walk over, and I see on screen, it looks like a stick with a opener on it, like this.
It
kinda
looked like a
opener.
corkscrew.
Just
man.
literally like
It
a
looked
corkscrew. But I was like, what is this thing that she's like, well, where is it? Where is it? I'm like, what are you talking about? And Gordon's like, I brought a corkscrew. And I'm like, oh my god, dude, you brought a corkscrew? And I didn't think much about it. She pulls
bought
it out. First off, she took her like freaking 15 minutes to find it. It was already lined up
No,
behind
it
us.
was right on top.
No, it took her such a long time to find it.
No, it was right on the top. She opened the bag. It was right there.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she
Definitely
did.
not.
She did.
No, it's just a lie.
It's not a lie. I
She's trying to
think
downplay it.
it was freaking.
She stands there, opens it, and starts opening up all the hinges. There's like freaking a set of pliers on there, 2 knives,
This is
an opener.
hyperbole right here.
No, it's not, dude. It was
100% hyperbole.
it was the biggest
It had
corkscrew I've seen in the
one-
longest time.
It was beautiful.
It was massive.
I'd be advertising Vegas right now if I had that. Okay.
Okay, then we took a picture of it, sent it to my cousin, then you put it on Facebook, and I think it has over 100 likes.
Yeah, he put it on Facebook. And 30 seconds later, that guy
It was
puts
awesome.
everything- He puts everything on Facebook.
Okay, open this damn thing. Next time, you know that you can't bring corkscrews to DSA, okay?
Ugh.
Come on, buddy.
Bullshit.
Or if you are gonna bring it, hide it a little better than that.
I was not trying to hide it.
That's true.
All right,
That's Gorv's night.
that was my Vegas
Happy
trip.
go lucky style.
Vegas trip right there. Let's see if I do this properly. I feel a little bit pressured here.
Come on. You gotta be good at this by now. Guys, if you don't know about the Modern Farmer podcast, you can find it on Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Music, some other weird one I've never heard about before in my life, which some people do listen to.
iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio, yes.
Anywhere, man.
Yes, exactly.
Anywhere.
Jason's the man, he does this
One little sniff.
for a living, and so he does a great job, and he puts it up there for you guys wherever you guys are listening. If you're driving by down the street and you want some passive audio to listen to, we're the ones. Give us a try. Number 2, Gore just launched a wine club, and he's got 5 people on there right now, and
Yeah.
those 5 people feel like they've got some awesome value. So if you guys are interested in joining a wine club with some great wine, which we're just about to try, this is strawberry dessert. It won this gold medal that he has around his neck. He's not an Olympic athlete. Let's get that straight, okay? I'm gonna give you guys 25% discount. On the entire wine club. I think it's, how much is it to join? Tell them right now.
There's 2 options. Club 6, you get 6 bottles twice a year, May and November. It'll cost you anywhere between $100 and $200.
Yep.
It includes free shipping. It includes free wine tasting.
Anyways,
anytime.
next one.
Club 12 is buy 12 bottles, or you get 12 bottles May and November, free shipping, and it's between $200 and $400.
Guys, $400, 25% off. I'm giving you guys $100 off. Okay, just because you listen to this, you're gonna mention it. Say I saw in episode 18, Amir said I get 25% off. Done. That's it. That's all you gotta say. Done. You agree to that?
I agree.
Done deal. Okay. That's gonna show us that you guys are actually watching this. Number 2 is gonna provide you guys some awesome value for watching it. And number 3, you're gonna get some good wine to take home. Okay, so let's give this a try.
Yes, let's do this.
We got two
Okay,
here.
so did you smell the cork?
That's why you gave it to me. This is synthetic cork.
This is a synthetic cork.
Whoa. It smells like jam.
It smells like jam.
It smells like bread and
Yeah,
jam.
you smell it. You smell it.
Cheese. That's the benefit of cork. Corks are awesome, man.
That's the
People
experience.
talk
never
so
had-
much shit about
That's
corks.
the experience never had here.
Yeah.
It's like candy.
Does, right?
Yes.
Like gummy candy?
Yes. The strawberry
'Kay.
dessert wine. Should we read what's on the back of this?
Nope.
No? Okay.
JK, go ahead, read it.
Okay. Made from 100% Fraser Valley strawberries, this wine is deliciously sweet with rich, long-lasting flavors and distinct aromas that leap from the glass. Enjoy chilled next to or on top of sweet and savory treats. Alright.
Mm.
Maan Farms Estate Winery, a culmination of 3 generations of farmers, has brought forth a taste with true distinction. Loyal to the Fraser Valley, these complex yet elegant wines capture the delicate accents of hand-picked berries grown on our family estates.
Wicked.
Very nice.
Very nice.
So this is our strawberry dessert wine. It's made from 100% strawberries. Over a pound of berries per bottle of strawberry dessert wine. So if you guys go to a farmer's market, buy a pint of berries, that's how much berries goes in.
$5, $6, $7 every
Yes.
single basket.
Yes.
That's
Alright,
awesome.
Let's do this.
It's awesome possum.
Let's do this. This is a dessert wine. Okay? For anybody who doesn't know the difference between a dessert wine and a table wine, it's basically, this is a lot more sugar. It might be fortified, so it might be higher in alcohol. Fortified means you add alcohol to something. It's called being fortified. And might be more concentrated. So let's do this.
How many? 17% is what you said, right?
17%.
17% alcohol.
You tell me if you... Here, you want more?
Hell yeah.
There you go. You tell me what you taste in there. Like, do you taste 17% alcohol?
I'm gonna clean my palate. Got some water here.
It's not a bad idea. There you go, Jason. Tasting history right here.
You better save freaking. I want 6 cases saved
I will.
for when I'm 80, so I can drink this.
No, okay. That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Okay, I'm gonna give this a good spin.
Well, you gotta smell it
It
first.
looks like the Phoenix. Look at it. Look
People
at the color.
say it looks like cognac. I don't know what cognac looks like.
Cognac.
Cognac.
But look at the color of it. It actually does look a little bit cognac.
Whew, smells amazing.
You got a big nose, eh? That's the good part.
I do.
Yo, it actually smells really good.
So that's the thing about berry wines or fruit wines. You can tell what you're drinking. Like, you know this is strawberry jam.
It's unreal. You don't get the same type of smell when you're drinking
grape
a
wines.
grape wine.
It's more
100%.
subtle. It's more subtle.
When people are interested, like, hey man, what is fruit wine or why do you drink fruit wine? Like, this is 17% alcohol. It's about the exact same price as these two, but the experience right now is completely different. Next live we're doing podcast, we're trying someone else's fruit wine.
I'm down.
Okay, because I want to show that this is an unbiased experience. This if I were trying another strawberry wine, dessert wine, I'd get a similar type of nose. Would I not?
It depends.
Yes. This guy's just saying that because he's freaking having
No,
bias
no,
towards
it
his wine.
depends.
But I guarantee you,
One
still
thing,
get a lot of strawberry
okay.
aroma.
One thing about fruit wines, okay, you're allowed to do different things than you're allowed to do with grape wines. One of those things is you can add water. Okay.
So okay, what are you trying to say?
We don't add any water to our fruit wines. Okay.
This is all strawberry.
So if I buy a few different fruit wines and compare it to our fruit wines, you guys will notice a difference. At least in the color.
Yes, more
All right.
Okay. Should we give this a taste now?
Let's
I'm kinda
do it.
scared.
Oh, you know what I say? I say it tastes like grandma's strawberry jam.
The reason why it won the award that it did, I can tell you right now, it's because of how smooth it is.
Yeah, it's very good.
There's no dessert wine that I've ever tasted, and I've tasted a lot of dessert wines, which are just as smooth.
Yeah.
That's the why that I wanted what it did. 17% alcohol. Did you have any kicks from alcohol? Did it take you back at all, Jason? The first time you tried dessert wine, a strawberry dessert wine, right?
Yeah, never.
It never give you any kick, right?
No.
Nah.
You can taste it a little bit.
You
That's the
taste it
difference.
on the finish. On the finish, gives a slight little burn.
A little bit when it's going down, which
Mhm.
some people like. I like that.
Yeah.
You guys get a burn?
I taste the burn on my tongue. I don't know. My palate's more
A little bit
sensitive.
right here.
I taste on my tongue.
I don't taste anything.
I taste. That's just my palate's more sensitive.
I'm unsensitive. Should I cry?
That's so good, right? This gold medal, by the way, just because I want to hype myself up, it's the best medal we've ever
First
won.
off, you dropped the...
It's the best medal we've won because we won at the Wine and Line National Wine Awards of Canada. The co-founder of this is Anthony Gismondi. He's one of the biggest wine critics in Canada, and we won a gold medal, so we won the competition.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we should have guests on here, and they should try the wine with us. We should do that. We have a couple bottles of fruit wine that like they don't taste like fruit wine, and we should paper bag them and no one to know and see if they can tell. I would love doing that.
Let's do it next time.
I'm down.
I'll set it up.
I'm
We
down.
can have Delana on here, or we can have... I was thinking we should have Jacob on here because haunted season's coming up,
Sure, we can.
right?
Here.
We can talk a little bit about his experience, about how he's part of Maan Farms
Sure.
and what it's done.
Yeah. Let's talk about how this was made, though. The strawberry dessert wine. I mean, there's 1 pound of berries per bottle. We made about 100 cases, which is 12,000 bottles.
Yeah.
Right, so that's 12,000
Yeah.
pounds of berries, right? It took hours and hours of work. I think this wine was made by exclusively probably myself and Brienne. So Brienne works in the winery for 3 years. So we made this strawberry dessert wine. So she has a part in the gold medal.
Very cool.
Right, so that's special. It's beautiful wine.
Beautiful wine, guys.
Beautiful wine, yeah.
Wicked.
I don't know. I gotta hype my shit up.
All right, guys. So we tried all three. We started with our 2018 Pinot Gris from Cedar Creek. Reason why we tried this, I don't think I told you guys. Did I tell them? I did.
You did.
I
You,
can't.
you
I
worked
can't
at the
remember if I
winery.
yeah,
You worked at the winery,
worked
yeah.
at the winery.
Yeah.
Then we went on to the red, which is a 2018 Meritage. First of all, let me recap this. This came in the $17.89 price point from that Sumas Mountain liquor store.
18, yeah. 17,
17.18.
Yep.
And I feel like it's a great value buy because it's perfectly priced. Gorf said that if it was a $24, $25 bottle of wine, it would not feel just as good value, and I agree with him. I think $17, $18, it's a steal. Cedar Creek 2015 Meritage, it was priced at $29. Not worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. If you
Don't
bought
do
it,
it.
if you bought it for $15, you'd have been really.
Oh man, if
really
I
hyped.
was seeing it at $17, I'm like, okay, not bad. It's a balanced wine. Doesn't have anything special to it, but I feel it's more as a $15, $16 bottle of wine. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it's a red. It definitely has some. What do you say that kind of flavors? It had a grape, or black cherry,
It's a
black
cherry,
cherry,
and
black forest. Sorry,
Black-
cherry. What's it
it's a
called?
Black Forest cake or something.
Black Forest.
Black forest
Yeah.
cherry cake. You
That's
can't
like
even-
a little cherry. flavor on top.
cherry, exactly.
Yes,
Some cherry notes on
yes.
it. And then after that, we tried some of our strawberry dessert that Gaurav made. Won a gold medal. He said it's one of the best awards he's ever gotten because it's from that accredited wine association. What's it
Anthony
called?
Gismondi, he's a guy.
Anthony goes,
Wine
who's this
critic.
guy?
There's, you don't know who Robert Parker is,
Dude, I don't even know anything.
but he's like the highest. Anthony Gismondi is like the biggest critic in Canada,
Okay.
like wine critic in Canada. Yeah, we have our wine consultant, Laurent. He heard Anthony Gismondi's name. He's like, holy shit! Like he flew back like this. He's like,
Did he?
holy
Did he put his
shit.
hand in there?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
So-
So it's a dessert wine, 17% alcohol, meaning that it's something to try and drink maybe after your meal. However, if you're ice this, I would honestly put this in the freaking
It'd be
freezer.
really good. You could like make a slushy.
Put this in the freezer. I don't think it'll freeze because it has 17% alcohol. I don't know if you ever tried it or not. Have you?
I don't want you to break it.
Okay, we're gonna put it in the freezer and we'll let you know. But if you put it in the freezer, then you try it man, I feel it go down even smoother. But it's
Yeah.
17%. It has no bite. Jason and Goro said it has something going down in the esophagus. It has a little bit of kick to it. I didn't taste it. The notes are very aggressive, so that means that
Legit.
you'll actually taste the wine while you're just smelling
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, when we
Um,
first started making wine, the one thing I wanted to do is like, if you taste this wine, I want it to taste like you should be able to tell that's the strawberry wine. And with
Definitely.
this, you can tell that's the actual strawberry. If you close your eyes, didn't see the bottle, didn't see the wine, you can tell it's strawberry
100%.
wine. That's was my goal. So I
100%.
feel like I accomplished that goal with this wine.
All right, guys. Thank you guys very much for watching. If there's anything that we can add to this podcast, please let us know. If there's any wines that you want us to try, please let us know. If you guys want to be a part of our podcast and be a part of this wine tasting, drop a comment, let us know, or shoot us a
I
DM
think-
saying, hey, listen,
yeah.
I watched this. I want to come in and try some wine. Let's do it. But hey,
I
listen.
think you guys should DM us with any questions.
Yes. And if you guys have an interest in being a part of a wine club, just know that you get 25% off if you mention this podcast and me saying that, hey, listen, you get 25% off. Right? That's
Cheers.
about it for the live. All right.
Let's do it.
All right, guys. Have a beautiful evening.